Hi dear students, welcome back to EduHunt video lecture series. Animal Kingdom మొత్తం కంప్లీట్ చేసుకున్నాం. ప్లాంట్ కింగ్డమ్కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి క్లాసిఫికేషన్ లైక్ విట్టేకర్స్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ చూసాము. విట్టేకర్స్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్లో 5 కింగ్డమ్స్ కింద మొత్తం యానిమల్స్, ప్లాంట్స్, ఫంగై, లోవర్ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్, ఈవెన్ ప్రోకారియోట్స్ని కూడా క్లాసిఫై చేయడం జరిగింది. సో విట్టేకర్స్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్లో ఒక కింగ్డమ్ ప్లాంటే, బట్ లేటర్ ఆన్ ఈవెన్ ఫంగై ఆల్సో ఇంక్లూడెడ్ అండర్ ప్లాంట్ కింగ్డమ్ ఫర్ సమ్ రీజన్. అండ్ the plant kingdom basically is divided into cryptogams and phanerogams. We are following now in this session by following that classification. We have seen the Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, they come under cryptogams. And then the phanerogams, which bear flowers and seeds, they are phanerogams, and they are again divided into gymnosperms and angiosperms that will be seen later. Now, according to this, the cryptogams, Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Under Thallophyta, various algal forms like Chlorophyceae, Rhodophyceae, Phaeophyceae. We have discussed all these categories of algal members in detail in the previous videos. And then Bryophytes. Bryophytes' general characteristics, we have seen their unique features, and also some of the examples like Funaria is discussed in detail. Its life cycle has been discussed in detail. And coming to next category of plants, that is Pteridophytes. Even the Pteridophyta general characters is also discussed in detail in the previous videos. Now, let's see classification of Pteridophyta. We know that Pteridophytes, they come under fruitless, seedless, flowerless plants, cryptogams. But these cryptogams, these are the first true land plants. They developed the vasculature for the first time in the plant kingdom. So these are the plants with vasculature. That is why these are called vascular cryptogams. And in case of Bryophyta, they are well adapted to live in marshy, cold, shady regions, and they are termed as bryophytes. Those are amphibious plants of the plant kingdom, whereas these are called vascular cryptogams. And these vascular cryptogams are classified into 4 following subphyla. One is Xylophyta, second is Lycophyta, Arthrophyta and Filicophyta. So according to this shows various divisions. This is another category of classification where the Pteridophyta is categorized into, divided into various divisions. According to this classification, Xylophyta, Lycophyta, Spinophyta and Pterophyta, these are the different divisions of the Pteridophyta group. And Xylophyta, these are primitive in nature. You can see very simple pteridophytes. And then Lycophyta, Selaginella is kept in Lycophyta. And then Spinophyta, horsetails, these are commonly called horsetails. Equisetum is kept, and Pterophyta, ferns are kept in this division. It is another classification, and right from Xylophyta towards Pterophyta, Lycophytes are primitive ones and the Pterophytes are advanced when compared to the previous divisions. Coming to the another classification, it says that the phylum Pteridophyta is classified into 4 subphyla. One is Xylophyta. Xylophyta, these are the plants which represent rootless sporophytes. Sporophytes with no roots in them, and which are mainly constitute the fossil forms. What are fossils? Fossils are the organisms which have now been extinct. They once upon a time they lived in certain period, they flourished well in some period, but they are now not available. They are available in the form of some remnants or leftovers. Those are called fossils. For example, మన యానిమల్స్లో చూస్తే కనుక డైనోసార్ ఈజ్ ద బెస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ అ ఫాజిల్ యానిమల్. డైనోసార్ అనేది ఇప్పుడు ఎర్త్ మీద డైనోసార్ లేదు, బట్ once upon a time these dinosaurs were there and they flourished during the Jurassic period and other periods. They were flourished well and they were extinct because of some calamities. అలాగే ఇవి కూడా ఈ సబ్ ఫైలంలో ఉన్న సైలోఫైటా మెంబర్స్. ఈ సైలోఫైటా మెంబర్స్ దే ఆర్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ fossils. They are extinct and the examples of living form is the only Xylotum. Xylotum is a living form and the other forms are extinct. They were extinct. And vascular tissue present only in stem. Rhizoids are present are for absorption of water and minerals. We know that the rhizoids or the roots and rhizoids both serve the same function. They give support to the plant, that is anchorage, and also the minerals and water, both the components are absorbed by the rhizoids as well as the roots. In this, we have described it as a rootless sporophyte. They are provided with rhizoids and these rhizoids are meant for absorption of minerals and water. And vascular tissue is present only in the stem because root is absent. So vasculature is seen in the stem. And subphylum 2, that is Lycophyta, these are commonly termed as club mosses and differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Vascular tissue is found in all organs of the plant. And then third is subphylum 3, that is Arthophyta. Horsetails, these are commonly called horsetails and are surrounded by surrounding rich belong to the group or scoring rushes ani kuda antaru. These are found in somewhat like dry environments surrounding them, and silica particles are deposited in their stems. That is why they are little bit rough in texture. Example, Equisetum, commonly called as horsetail. So Equisetum, just we see, yeah, this is the Equisetum. Equisetum is commonly called as horsetail, and silica is deposited in the cell, in the stem. That is why their stems are a little bit rough in texture. And subphylum 4 is Filicophyta. Fourth subphylum is Filicophyta. And Filico, usually it has leaves which resemble a fan shaped. ఇలా Japanese పట్టుకుంటారు కదా fan. So the leaves resemble the fans, and usually they are fan shaped, the leaves, and stems are usually underground rhizome. And homosporous in nature. Homosporous, what is meant by homosporous? Homosporous is nothing but production of only single type of spores. That is called homosporous. Heterosporous is production of two different types of spores, megaspores and మైక్రోస్పోర్స్ ఆర్ మ్యాక్రోస్పోర్స్ అండ్ మైక్రోస్పోర్స్. అంటే చిన్న స్పోర్స్ పెద్ద స్పోర్స్ ఉంటే వాటిని ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తే దాన్ని హెటరోస్పోరస్ అంటాము. హోమోస్పోరస్ అంటే ఓన్లీ సింగిల్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ స్పోర్స్ ఆర్ ప్రొడ్యూస్డ్ ఇన్ ద బై ద ప్లాంట్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆర్ డయోప్టెరిస్, టెరిస్, heterosporous example Marsilia. It may be the plants may be homosporous or heterosporous. And homosporous ki example ga manam Dryoteris teris cheptamu, alage heterosporous ki example ga Marsilia cheptamu. Nenu chupistanu Marsilia picture and Equisetum picture. Yes, just it's a recap. Pteridophyta, which is divided into 4 subphyla. These are the 4 subphyla. Of Pteridophyta. Xylophyta చూస్తే Xylophyta లో Xylotum is one of the example. నీకు చూపిస్తాను ఒక్కొక్క ఎగ్జాంపుల్, that's why Xylotum. Let's see how does it looks. In this picture it is not there. This is Xylotum. So Xylotum చూస్తే మనకి క్లియర్గా stem and which is a branched one. A portion of the stem is enlarged here, taken and enlarged here. And in Lycophyta, examples, so Lepidodendron, it is Equisetum, Pteris and Marsilia. So these are the examples. Just except Lepidodendron, we have all the example images of all these examples. Just you see, this is Dryoteris, Teris, Dryoteris and Marsilia. All these 3 are heterosporous pteridophytes. The example. And Equisetum, ఇది కూడా చూపిస్తాను, Teris and Elianthus. In this session, we have discussed about various subphyla of Pteridophyta, and in the next session, we'll see various examples of all these pteridophytes, of all these subphyla and their images in detail. Goodbye.